On a 2005 roof, I think you probably have about 8 to 10 years left on the shingles. The encouraging thing about this house, from what I can see, is that underneath, I don't have any real water damage as far as the wood goes. So whatever they did with the shingles, I think they did okay. They did it kind of fast though, because I don't think they had the time to order like vents and stuff. They used the same vents that they had out on the last roof on this roof. So the vents are starting to rust a little. So in the report where we show recommendations to treat the rusted vent areas, we want that because we don't want you to have a roof leak at those areas. But the shingles look decent. And then you're going to see some notes on the flashing at the second story wall where some of the shingles are lifting, which is not uncommon. The disadvantage of that is if you have a lot of wind and rain, that sideways wind and rain can go under those lifting shingles. So you'd want to have the same guy who does your vents, have him service the shingles at those flashing areas at the front. And while he's at it, there's the little breakfast area roof over the back. That too. Okay, other than those things, I think the roof looks pretty good. And when I went into the attic spaces, you have two of them, one above the garage, one in the master bathroom closet. All right, both areas look pretty decent. No damage, nothing. It has leaked before, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's water stains, but nothing's wet.
Okay.
I'm thinking that it got wet maybe with the hurricanes or maybe sometime before that.
Because the hurricanes were in like 2005, right?
Yeah. Okay. I think we got slapped at the end of 04, beginning of 05.
Okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense, the roof date and everything.
Okay.
On the plumbing, it looks like you got PVC to copper. There's polybutylene here, but there's only a little bit. And I don't know why, and I can't make sense of it. If you do a 4-point report for an insurance company, they ask you about the polybutylene and you have to disclose it. But the amount of polybutylene that I saw, looks like it's just for the washing machine valve box. I mean, I don't know where the pipes go underground from there and where they go throughout the house, but everywhere else, the toilets under the sinks is all copper. And I don't see the pipes anywhere else. I just see the polybutylene at the washing machine. So when you read about it, it's just a material that's very hard to get insurance with and has had problems in the past, and you're not really allowed to use it anymore. So it's probably from when the house was built, it was probably installed. How much they used, it's going to, no matter who you call, a plumber, an inspector, no one can tell you because you can't see underground and you can't see in between the walls. So you have some of that here. How much is unknown?
Okay.
Right? It seems like it's mostly copper.
So is that going to be a problem, you think?
For insurance, no, because they won't find out about it.
Okay.
The house that's 1994. The only one I'm concerned about is you guys.
Okay.
If you guys are worried about it, then you should look into it further.
I'm not. As long as you're not, I'm not. Okay.
No, the pipes, I mean, you can always repipe if you have to a section of the house or something.
Okay.
The important thing is the insurance company at house 30 years or older, they're going to ask for a 4-point report, and then it gets disclosed, and then they give you a hard time.
Okay.
As far as you're concerned as a homeowner, it had a lawsuit against it in '96, and some of the fittings failed, and some homeowners had a lot of water damage because of it. But those are houses that 100% were piped with that material.
Okay.
So if anything, I would just pay attention while you're here. If you see anything unusual by the washing machine where the pipes are, then do something about it then.
Okay.
It looks like they tried to alter that half bath and try to convert it to a full bath. They did partially a shower in there. You saw that? Where the closet is?
No, I haven't. Yeah, I was thinking because if that was what that was, because there's a shower curtain there, like the pantry one, is that the? Yeah. No, okay.
I think they were starting to do it. I'm not sure exactly if they did. They stopped in the middle. I don't know what happened with that. But when you see it, just know that I saw it. There's nothing to run there. It doesn't look like there's any water. They got a bunch of storage in there, but it doesn't look like you can use that as anything except a closet. Right, so that's technically a half bath with an effort. A nice try. Okay. Halfway home, bathroom, shower. On the plumbing throughout the house, minor things that I noticed is a couple of loose toilets, leaking at a wax ring, you know, those type of things where you have, like in the master bathroom, the toilet is loose. I think in the other bathroom, the toilet is loose too. The hall bathroom, there's actually moisture there, so I think that you have leaking when you flush that toilet. Some of the stains that you see over here, that makes me suspicious. A couple of different things. It could be leaking now because we have the active moisture there. And it probably had more damage in the past because what I think they did is when they had a tub issue, they converted that bathroom to a shower, a walk-in shower. Used to be a tub, I think. So maybe some of this is old. I put a meter to it. None of it seems to be wet right now. But it's wet up top. When I put the meter to the tile, it's near the toilet, between the toilet and shower. It's showing me that underneath there is wet. And since the toilet is loose, you always look at the first clue. loose toilet, more than likely source of your leak.
So we would just need to like get a new toilet or tighten it? Is that?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I would say because it seems like it's leaking, if you get a new toilet, you probably want a new one anyway for whatever you want to get, your color, whatever it is. And it's not expensive, and it's problem solved. You get something new, problem goes away.
Okay, well, that's good.
Okay. Minor things like leaking at faucet fixtures, like in the master bathroom at the left sink, there's a leak when you turn the faucet on right at the handle. You may be changing faucet fixtures when you get in here. If you are, that's a moot point. If you're going to use these, then you're looking at maybe an O-ring problem at that left one. Other than that, the plumbing seemed to check out pretty well. Okay, any questions on the plumbing? Okay, they installed a tankless water heater, an electric tankless water heater. Did you see it?
No, I read it on the thing. I don't know what that is.
The tank outside?
In the garage.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Okay, so it's where the old water heater used to be. All right, so when you look at it, it's just, that's your water heater source. It seems to be heating the water. You might want to turn the setting up. I don't know how you like your water, if it's like really hot or just warm. These people like it right around 95 degrees, so that's the warmth you're getting right now.
Okay.
So when you get in the shower, if you're not getting a scalding hot shower, if that's what you like, you have to turn that up.
Okay.
All right, but it is working, it's producing hot water.
Okay.
All right, any questions on the water heater? Okay, electrically, everything checked out good as far as the main components, like your main box outside and your sub panel inside. The minor things that we always run into at inspections, these are things that add up, but you can do in time. Like there's some loose outlets in here, just have to tighten them up. The bathrooms have to be ground fault protected. Ground fault protection is the outlet with the reset in the middle. Protects you from getting electrocuted on accident if something happens with water, and since you have a young one, you might want to handle that first. They're cheap, but important.
It's like the GIF or the G5 or whatever. My dad's an electrician, so I think I...
All right, then don't even worry about it. You just show your dad the inspection report.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then have him look at the electrical, and he will go over it with you. The repairs that I have are mostly minor stuff. Homeowner's done a couple of things on his own above the garage in the attic. There's a splice there. There's a splice above the garage door. These things need to be in junction boxes. So when you talk to your father, he'll explain it more to you. It's basically, it's just not done right, and it's not the safest way to do it.
Okay.
Okay?
But that won't keep it from getting insurance, right? This is just, you're just telling us about the house and what needs to be fixed, right?
Yeah, this report is so that, to summarize, I'll keep it brief. The house looks like a decent house with a lot of little repairs, and that's how typically we find these things.
Okay.
Okay. I have no interest in bamboozling your insurance.
Oh, no, I've never done this, so I don't know what it is. I just know that the roof was one that you can't get insurance. I just want to make sure there's nothing else that they're like, oh, well, you can't get a house because of whatever or something else. So
if they ask you if you have polybutylene pipes, if they ask you that question, we never talk today.
Okay.
You just tell them I looked under the sinks and it looks like copper.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay.
And they want a picture, go in there with your phone, take a picture, send them the copper pipe photo.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
As far as I'm concerned, no, this is just for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now the air condition, I think that's going to be something that will come up at some point, and you'll get, the air conditioning guy's going to tell you that you have what's called a mismatch system, 2 different brands, 2 different ages, 3 different age components. You have a unit that was put in 2005, that is the Goodman air handler, that's this unit in the garage. You've got a unit that was put in 2012, that's the condenser unit outside. And then you got the original ductwork, which is built with the house. The air conditioning people you talk to will tell you all different types of things. The important thing to know is that when you're ready to replace the air conditioner, it's best to replace both components next, because they won't be able to really pair them up all that well. Okay, this will work for now, and for as long as you can keep it. And then when you're ready, then you discuss it.
How old did you say it was?
Various ages. 2005 on the inside unit, 2012 on the outside unit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's cooling and heating right now, so
Okay.
that's what matters.
That's what we have at our house, so we're
There
good.
you go.
Yep. No. Complaining.
The appliances all work. I kind of ran everything here. I didn't know what was staying, what was going, so they seem like they're in well-kept condition and what have you. So when you look over the report, if you have questions, just call me. But I think you're moving into a situation where if you budget and you just repair things as you go, as you make changes, you should be okay. The only thing I'm not able to see really is like when they remodeled that upstairs bathroom, what they did under the floor. You know, I can't see any of that. I ran it, you know, it stayed dry while I was here, ran it for maybe 15 minutes.
Okay.
And these people live here, so I don't know, they might be using it regularly anyway.
Okay. You have any questions?
Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, Paul.
Oh, you're welcome. You were still taping?